Welcome back. It is Wednesday, July 5th, and the MLB. Our three favorite picks are on the way. It's Austin, joined by our good friend Logan, and we are back. Hopefully, you all had a great 4th of July. We're back with our favorite picks. I know I had a long one. If you watched yesterday's video, you know I did Half Dome, which is in Yosemite National Park. I'm exhausted today. It was a long time. I actually recorded the whole, a little bit of it, and I probably post a video of a summary of the trip on a second channel, maybe in a couple of weeks. But let's first recap how we did. We'll take a winning day on the 4th of July. We'll take it. Couldn't get that sweep, but a 2-in-1 day, we'll take it. Tigers team total under 4.5, about as sweat-free as it gets. You had to go into extra innings. Tigers still put up a big goose egg on the scoreboard. We'll take it. Guardians team total over 4.5 come up and clutch out the win for a little plus 120 winner. And then the Rays naturally just could not get anything going against Aaron Nola, who pitched arguably his best game of the season, as Logan got to watch that and be sad about it. But either way, it's going to be a great day. One final note before we get into our favorite plays. We have a parlay of the day. We do it every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. On Monday, we cashed out with a plus 140 winner with 3 hitters. Today, we have another 3-leg hit parlay. It will be the top link in the description. Go check it out if you want to. I think it's going to smack again today. But Logan, you got 2 plays. I'm going to let you lead this one off. What's the first one going to be?
Yeah, first pick we're going to is a player prop. And yes, it is the scene of the crime yesterday, as Aaron Nola did cover up the Tampa Bay Rays. But I'm taking Taijuan Walker of the Phillies over 2.5 earned runs in this one. Minus 120 odds on DraftKings is currently your best value. Now, if you don't play DraftKings and you're like, Logan, I only play FanDuel and everything, well, my pivot for this one would be the Rays team total over. But once again, look, there's a chance that Taijuan Walker gives up this earned runs, but the Rays don't hit their team total over. I mean, that can certainly exist. I don't even know what their team total line is right now because I am focused on Taijuan Walker in this one. Yesterday, the Rays absolutely got cooked by Aaron Nola. I would be shocked if they didn't get to Taijuan Walker today. And yesterday, it was a really crazy outing for Aaron Nola. He was so good at painting the zone. He was so good at getting the swing and miss. That was probably his best outing of the year. I'm statistically speaking, and the eyeball test. He just looked like the old Aaron Nola, and not like the Nola that I told you was terrible on the road. But unlike Nola, Taijuan Walker doesn't have the elite swing and miss. He's 33rd percentile in K percentage, 18th percentile in whiff percentage. Aaron Nola is much better than the pitcher than Taijuan Walker is. And Taijuan Walker, he's coming in with a 3.93 ERA and a 1.23 whip. Tampa Bay only hit 176 yesterday. It was terrible. Runs were hard to come by. They only scored 1, and hits were hard to come by, especially against an ace pitcher dealing. Their season average, though, at home, their batting average is 265. I'm telling you right now, I think they're going to finally be able to turn that around today. I'd be really shocked if they hit under 250 today as a team. On the season, Taijuan Walker has allowed 3+ runs in 6 out of 10 road starts. He's liable for some runs, guys. I mean, sometimes you look at a pitcher who has seemingly turned it around and you find a slip-up spot. I think this is a great slip-up spot for Taijuan Walker because I think people are finally starting to trust him and trust the type of pitcher that he's been, because he started out really rocky and then he's kind of rounded into form. This could be an easy slip-up spot for him today. After scoring only 1 run yesterday, I expect the Rays offense to be aggressive against Taijuan Walker, try to ambush him. What do I mean by that? Either first pitch swinging or we know how aggressive this Rays team is on the base pass. Taijuan Walker's walk prop is 1.5, minus 160 on the over. I'm telling you, if these Rays do get on base via the walk, they will try to steal second and get themselves into scoring position. They've done it all year long. And I think they can do it today. Walker's went 6 innings pitched in 4 out of his last 5 starts. I'm confident if, the Rays can get 3 runs up on him, if he does even go through 6 innings, and even if it only lasts 3 or 4 innings, there's a really good chance that the Rays just absolutely blitzed him and they knocked him out this way. I think there's several pathways to victory in this one. This is a really good player prop to take, and I'm riding with Taijuan Walker's over and earned runs for my first pick. Austin, what you got for us?
Logan, I love the pick. I think it's a good turn. The only problem that I hate is that you have never had any good luck with the Rays, but maybe it's just because you haven't been running it back the next day they cook the opposing pitcher. So I think they got a good chance there. Now, I'm going to go to one of the worst teams in the league, and a lot of people aren't going to like this one. Now, yesterday people were fine with the Tigers under because the Tigers aren't that great in my opinion, and they've been better this year, but tons of injuries to that pitching core. Today I'm going to the Royals, and I'm taking their team total over 1.5 in the first 5 innings. That is currently plus 105 on DraftKings. Now, I know some people aren't going to have this. I know a couple different books have this first 5 line. Now, You could take the Royals over 3.5 in the first 5 or in the full game team total. I don't hate that. You're getting like plus 110, plus 120 on that. I think that's fine. I would rather, if you have FanDuel, your pivot would be the Royals plus 3.5 and then the over 3.5 in the first 5, which is currently actually plus 118. That's a first 5 same game parlay. We've done those and done pretty well on them. But look, I'm betting on the Royals, and maybe Half Dome's got to my head, or maybe I've just lost my mind. But let's at least talk about why I'm going to be on this one. And speaking of earned runs, like the Taijuan Walker prop, you look at Pablo Lopez earned runs line sitting at 1.5, about minus 160 on the over. So they're somewhat confident that he does give up 2 runs. Could those 2 runs come in the first 5 innings? Yes. I mean, this is a guy in Pablo Lopez that his outs line is sitting at 18.5 with plus money on the over. So they think he pitches at least 6 innings, and he could pitch 7, which is where maybe that second earned run could come from, or could come from. But I think that this Royals team's going to be able to get to him, and I really just don't think Pablo Lopez is worthy of being a minus 250 on the money line kind of pitcher. Now, he's obviously talented. You look at his baseball savant, he's got a lot of red circles. He's been really good this season, but also at the same time, you just look at his normal stats, how he's done against this team. It's a very rocky season for Pablo Lopez. Now, he enters with a 4.24 ERA and a 1.15 whip. He's coming off a great start. 6 innings pitched, only 1 earned run allowed versus Baltimore. I think only 3 hits allowed, but when you look at his game logs, you rarely see him string together 2, great starts. And while a great start honestly would be coming in here giving up 2 earned runs to the Royals, that'd be a pretty solid start, quality one. But we still look at him. I mean, he's pitched twice against this team, and one time was the first game of the season on opening day. Went 5 1/3 and allowed 0 earned runs, and then about a month later, went out there and pitched 6 innings, pitched, allowed 6 earned runs. So obviously, the Royals saw him really well one day, not really well the other day. But this is the Royals' talented offense, and like I said, it's been a rocky season for him. You look at his earned runs in his last 10 starts. I'm just going to list off the earned runs last 10 from the oldest start to the most recent. He allowed 1, then 5, 2, 4, 6, 1, 3, 4, 3, and then 1 earned run. So you rarely see him stringing together those 1 earned run type performances. And look, there could be an error in this that maybe he doesn't get an earned run, but we get some lucky cheese in there to kind of cash this for us. But look, the Royals have 36 plate appearances versus Lopez, a 28% K percentage, and a 323 batting average. I know the Royals are a team that people don't really want to trust, and rightfully so. It's the Kansas City Royals we're talking about. They're going to strike out some today, hence why Pablo Lopez's strikeout prop is in at 7.5. However, I think when Pablo Lopez is chasing those strikeouts, sometimes he's throwing bad pitches that could, 1, lead to some wild pitches, or 2, could just lead to guys being walked on the base, and all it takes is 1 swing of the bat, and we got 2 runs, easy, quick, and simple. So, look, I know a lot of people probably won't like this, but I think Pablo Lopez is going to give up some runs today. It's also worth noting Pablo Lopez at home has reversed the home road splits. He's has a 5.94 ERA at home where he is today compared to just 2.78 on the road. I know it's a weird one betting on the Royals to score 2 runs against a very talented pitcher, but I think Pablo Lopez is due. He does hang some pitches, and this is a Royals team that has the players that can send it into the bleachers if they get the right pitch to do it. So I'll trust the Royals to get it done over 1.5 in the first 5 team total on DraftKings, getting a little plus money. I'll take a stab at it. But Logan, what's going to be our third and final play of the day?
Yeah, we're going to a money line for our last pick. We're taking the Orioles on the money line, minus 122 odds on FanDuel. Yeah, I'm wearing the jerseys today. Hopefully the Orange Birds treat us nicely. After losing 8-4 yesterday, the Orioles look to bounce back today against their division rival Yankees, obviously. I find the lines really strange in this one. Seeing Dean Kramer and his 5 ERA as solid road favorites just makes me think the Orioles are due a really good bounce back spot in this one. Because I mean, I don't think he's an ace pitcher kind of worthy of that minus 122 price. And sometimes when you question the line like that and you go value hunting on the Yankees, you end up wrong. Randy Vasquez is starting for the Yankees today. He's a projected starter, at least. It could change, but he's coming in with a 1.74 ERA and a 0.95 WHIP. That's what I'm saying. It's not like the guy on the other side is a scrub. He's only has 2 starts this year. He's given up 0 and 2 runs in those 2 starts for Vasquez. So it's not like he's a scrub by any chance. That's why I'm saying the line in this one's kind of suspect. Baltimore's hitting 247 on the road this season, but they're 12th best in OPS on the road. Orioles are a really annoying team to bet against. I don't have to tell you that. Like, if you bet on them more often than not, you're going to be right. And the Orioles are just a really scrappy offense. They're 7th in walks drawn on the road. Vasquez is I've looked at his pitch splits. It seems like he likes a lot of off speed. He only throws the fastball like 25% of the time. So the fact that the Orioles are so good in walks drawn means they couldn't sit off speed. And if he's missing the zone on his off speed, I'm telling you, they're going to live on base versus this guy. That's my not so bold prediction, especially. And some of these Orioles hitters are really good at seeing off speed pitches. So he's got to be careful today, in my opinion. I think the Orioles should get some hits and runs up on him for sure. Dean Kramer is starting for the Orioles, as I kind of already mentioned, 5.04 ERA and a 1.42 WHIP. Yeah, trusting the man bun Kramer this year has not been all too fruitful. His road ERA though is encouraging because it's lower. It's sitting at a 4.5 compared to like a 5.5 on the road. Back in April, Kramer already did face this Yankees team. 5 innings pitched, gave up 4 earned runs. But in that game, his offense had his back. The Orioles won that game 7-6. And I'm telling you right now, obviously the Orioles need to bring the bats today for this bet to cash. But after scoring 8 runs, even after scoring 8 runs yesterday, this Yankees offense is only hitting 231 in their last 3 games. Kramer has an obvious home run problem. And I think that can be corrected, though. I mean, he's allowed 9 home runs in his last 5 starts. You can say that's just absolutely terrible. It is. But it's also easily correctable if he only gives up, 1 or even potentially 0 home runs today. This Yankees offense could be in trouble. It's kind of a flukier stat than that's easy to correct because you look at a pitcher's game log, they're going to give up 2 or 3 home runs, missed locations and everything. But Dean Kramer can fix that. He's a very capable pitcher. And the Yankees, when they face a guy that they know has been giving up a home run, tell me those hitters' eyes aren't a little bit bigger. Tell me they're not going to be swinging for the fences. And if they're going to be putting some aggressive swings on there, Dean Kramer could get some strikeouts that way. Now in bullpens, Yankees first in bullpen ERA, Baltimore 8th in bullpen ERA. Not a huge discrepancy there. Obviously, the Yankees do have a formidable bullpen, but I do like the Orioles to be able to get some hits and runs up on Vasquez if that does end up being their starter today. Trust the Orange Birds to bounce back in a big way today, and we're riding with the Orioles money line as our third pick. Austin, I feel good today. You're on mute, bud.
Like I said yesterday, JP Sears, another guy with a home run problem. You see how well he pitched. He was dialed in. So hopefully Mr. Dean Kramer can come in here, lock in, and we can get a 3-0 sweep that we're rightfully due for. So either way, those are our 3 favorite picks of the day. We do have a parlay of the day. Like I said, we cashed it on Monday. Hopefully we can turn that into 2 straight. It is at the top link in the bio. Also right above my face, you can just click the link. You go to Dimers and check it out. But Austin Logan, we're signing out. We'll see you guys back in tomorrow for some more picks, hopefully with another winning day, and we'll see you guys then.